Hello, my name is GregTech and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. As you can see, we are getting another rack dust over here, and that is because I've gone ahead and finally moved the miner, and I've put it in the nether. Unfortunately, the nether quartz ore that we need, it's either the nether or a tier 8 planet, apparently. So I went to do that, and I did luck out that it is near, the nether quartz vein is near a sulfur vein, which, as we know, will get us sphalerite ore. You don't get a ton of it from it, but at this point, I think that is probably the best way. So I tried to do it so I could get two things at the same time, or three things actually, because we're going to get zinc out of it as well. But eventually we will get sphalerite. I think we get it from probably Venus or something like that. We'll get it at least from like a tier 4 ore, so we get some better ores. But for now, that is just there. We're getting our Certus quartz, our nether quartz, getting pyrite from the sulfur vein. So as we can see, that is going in there. I do have nether quartz being sifted and taken care of. I should probably do something with netherrack. I could just... I mean, we could centrifuge it, but is it worth spending power on just little tiny piles? I don't know. I'll probably just end up voiding it, to be honest. Or maybe just throwing it in a storage drawer like the stone dust that we are doing. And eventually it'll just start voiding it. But we are starting to get red drives, which I absolutely hate. But I have some underneath here. We'll just leave it like that. I'm just gonna ignore it while we're doing this, because as we know, usually I store all this stuff in separate. Yeah, let's do crushed. This is basically what we're getting from the miner. Usually I store this in like storage drawers, so it's not in drives. But I figured let's just throw them all in the drives for now, at least. Like this stuff, I think I'll probably either, I don't know, is there any reason for me to like save this, or should I just void it? This stuff, is it even used for anything? I can't remember, to be honest. I could centrifuge it to get flint, iron, and sapphire. Although sapphires is used for something, and I don't remember what it was used for. Apparently, wasn't it used in, yeah, like gems? Alright, it is used in one thing. I thought it was used in something else. I don't remember, to be honest. I thought it was used in... No, maybe not. I don't know. I swear I was using that for something. Maybe that was in Omnifactory that I was using blue sapphire for. Okay, anyway, we are doing that. So I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do with these. These will probably be washed and then sent through a sifter is kind of what I'm thinking. Because lazurite we do use, not a cyan, but we do use it for... Don't we use it for, like... I don't remember what we use it for. I thought it was, maybe I'm getting... I thought there was, like, not Lapatron. Maybe it was Lapatron. in Omnifactory, GregTech Community Edition. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, where you could use either lapis sodalite or lazurite. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But I do want to process some of this down. Like, this is all going to be turned into iron. That, we do get a lot of oxygen from that. That's O14. But, yeah, basically electrolyze it. Yeah, but, I mean, look how, that is a pain. We get silicon dioxide, alumina, and potassium. Well, I don't even need any of that stuff. So, alumina, potassium, sodium dioxide. So it's just like, let's just void it. I think. But I need to go through everything and figure out what to do. But I started doing that, but as we can see, I still have drawers and drawers of stuff. Also, I didn't even think to look in here if I had sphalerite. I think I did use it all. But like a lot of this stuff like magnetite, it's like, do I want to process all this magnetite or should I just chuck it in a thing? At this point. Magnetite is so easy to get. Like, should I just throw it in a... Does it even go in a thing? Maybe it doesn't go in a thing. I thought it went in just a furnace. Maybe I have to process it down a bit more. Can I not do that? Yeah, you can. Right? Yeah, there it goes. Alright, I think I was just looking at it. A weird tab. So I'm just like, should I just process this all down? Do I really need to process this all fully down? Probably not. So yeah. All right, we got sphalerite's probably taken care of. Zinc will probably be taken care of. Nether quartz. I did the lapitron. I just set up a separate mixer for this one recipe because it clashes in the multi-block mixer. So I just set that up. We don't use that a whole lot. Man, we are filling up drives quick. Look how many red. All right. I should probably do, while that is working on that vein, I should probably do silicon rubber. That is pretty quick. Okay, we are back, and I've actually been doing quite a few little random things. I keep getting distracted, which is pretty typical for Minecraft, to be honest. But I am just setting up the silicone rubber finally. It's not difficult, but I've just never got around to it. So I'm moving on to the next bit. There's like a decent amount of parts to it, but like I said, it's not complicated. Basically, we turn methane and chlorine. Methane, chlorine, mix it with some silicon, and actually, no. Wasn't there I was just thinking, wasn't there maybe it's not a thing anymore. Yeah, I just realized as I was doing this, I'm like, wait, isn't there a one where you can just mix it all together right away? Dang it! I totally forgot about that. Because I've been doing it in single block reactors. I forgot there was one where you basically skip it all. Alright, redesign. Okay, we are back. It was funny, as I was doing that, I'm like, I don't remember having to use 4 large chemical reactors for this thing. And then, like right when I started recording, I was like, wait a second. I can skip a bunch of those processes. So, this needs to be a sulfur, which we have a decent amount of. That'll go in there. Again, probably could have a ULV one. I haven't done it. We have a little bit of a backup. But all right, so chlorine, methane, silicon, water. We get our poly, that stuff. And then we also get diluted hydrochloric acid, regular hydrochloric acid. I do have this one set to output to the tank, but it is full. I haven't set a thing up for diluted hydrochloric acid. I probably will at some point. But I don't right now. All right, so there we got that. I do have a item detector on there. So I just did 36. Just a random arbitrary amount, really, just to have it turn off. All right, and then this will be this, and I think we're good. So we got our sulfur and that, and then we will get our silicone rubber. Yeah, this one's easy. I was like, I don't remember having to craft up all this stuff. I remember silicone rubber was really easy in the first season. It's just a bit more complicated when you do it in single blocks. But let's do... I mean, isn't most stuff in GregTech more complicated when you do it in single blocks with cells and stuff? But luckily, there is more efficient ways. All right. And I have that hooked up to... Yeah. Cool. Just wanted to get that to make sure it is working. Let's throw a flue detector in that. Oh, did I already put one on there? I did. That's right. From when I was thinking it was going to be dimethyl something. Right, there we go. So there is our molten silicone rubber. I do need to take a bunch and throw it in the thing over there. Do we want... I'm like, how do I want to... Do we want a tank? We don't really need a tank of this stuff. But it would be kind of... if I don't do that, it kind of goes against what I've been doing for all these tanks. But, alright, I have had to readjust some of the channels as well. I added a third one down here because I decided I wanted to keep expanding this thing, and I was running out of channels over here. So as we can see, we have 3 of those. And then I can add as I want. I could probably just add it to this side, but I didn't have any dense cables. But now that I have a whole bunch of silicone rubber, I can actually craft a whole bunch up. I was running low on the silicone rubber. Alright, so maybe I'll just readjust that. But yeah, I'll have to do another tank. Now, that does bring up a thing here, is technically I'm maxed on channels over here. If I hook everything up, we are maxed. Each of these will be 32. I don't have all of them hooked up, so that is why it's not fully up there. But what I'm thinking is I do kind of want to continue with this insanity. Do I want to? I think I just want to keep going. And just crafting up more and more of these. I think, you know, at the end of the mod pack, if we just have just rows and rows and rows of tanks with all the different fluids, I think that'll be really cool. Although I don't know how many more. How many more we're actually going to get. But I'm thinking I'll just add a P2P over here, like we're in the middle. But I'm gonna do... I'm not gonna have this all, like, dense cable, so I'm gonna bring this all the way down. And then how I want to do this. Maybe like right here. So this would be the, that's where the channel will start. And then I got to do another one in the base, and then we can do the dense cables off like this. Where we go 2 in between, right? Yeah. So that would be that. The next one would be here. All right. So that would be the valve. It would come out there. I don't know how I want to do this. Maybe like that. I mean, technically I don't need to do dense cable right now, and I don't have... Oh, we're crafting up more dense cable. Oh, I already crafted up. That was easy. Sometimes I don't realize how fast some of this stuff crafts up. Alright, so that's probably what I'll do, and then I'll just start going down there. And then I could do one on the other side, maybe. If I do... I do like 2 more, I guess I could just have this... I don't know. 32 and 32. Yeah, that would be 32 more tanks. So that would be a kind of a weird number, wouldn't it? The way I've done this in 3, I should have had 4 rows. Or just done 2 rows and just have it go off into the distance. That would be crazy. All right, let me continue this and see. Let me build this out a bit. See what I like. You know what? I don't even need to have it going like this. Change my mind. You know what I'm gonna do? This is silly. This is just like a waste of dense cable. What I can do is just go in front of this. Need more cable. I'm just going through so much cable here. We'll just bring it down like here. Yeah. And then we'll just do this. As like a continuation with that. And I could do it like, I could even do another one this way. Like over here. And just split off. That's what I'll do. That makes more sense than what I was trying to do. There we go. So I could even do 3 again. And another... this amount of tanks. Okay, I can finally get that filling up automatically, which is feels good to finally get that automated. I did notice I was over here and I realized I was just looking at my setup because we are pushing the base pretty hard here with our power gen. All the different multi-blocks and everything running at the same time. We are really pushing the base. I was over here looking at the reactor and I realized my pipes were not big enough. We were actually voiding superheated steam because we couldn't, it was producing more than we could transfer through these pipes. So I have upgraded them to the next size up, and those are big enough, thankfully. And I have adjusted the fluid regulators. So we're just about, I think we're just in the positive range there. And I have large manual in because this is the optimal steam flow of 7500. And we get 150% efficiency, so we're not getting 7200, but we're getting 5600 at this point. But I may think about another reactor to get more hot coolant to produce more steam. So I don't know, I'll have to think about that. I think at this point that's probably the easiest way to upgrade our power gen. Yeah, so we're good there. I don't have a lot of stuff running at the moment. Like our oil, I had it turned off because with everything running, that's EV. All four of those are EV. This is on EV power. This is EV power. It was just like too much. We were definitely testing the base, and I have this turned off as well. I'll turn this back on, and then we'll see. I did also change the filters around because they weren't saving, which is a bit annoying. So basically there's always going to be stuff in these. But the one that we're using is going to go into the thing. Usually I would just stop the ones that aren't being used at this point. I would stop it there, but it just wasn't saving. And I think that has actually been fixed. But for now, that's fine. We'll take a look at the power gen and see that we might be... I don't know. We'll see. It could be emptying out the battery buffers that we have over there. I am filling up the A system because this thing is just going crazy. We're on a redstone vein now, it looks like. So we are getting chrome and ruby, which I do need as well. Unfortunately, it hasn't got to the sphalerite. It picked up some, but it appears to not be... It's obviously going chunk by chunk. And it hasn't got to that one yet. But it is running. We're good for a while. Not like none of these even have anything in them. So we're good for a while, but I may upgrade some of these to 16K. But I was looking at the 16K thing, and I was realizing I've upgraded, obviously, to advanced if I can. The microprocessors do not use the advanced ones. So I was thinking, like, what can we do here? And I remembered there is obviously the upgraded recipe, and each of these have one that use the SOC. It just depends on if you have a high enough tier, which we do. We could do MV and the LV and MV. We could use the SOC to get cheaper circuits, and I wouldn't even have to worry about the advanced SMDs and that. But in order to get that, we are going to need there. In order to get this, we're going to need these SOC wafers. In order to get the SOC wafers, we are going to need that. Now, we have a whole bunch of Naquadah, like lots and lots of it. I'm not going to get into the whole... I don't think we're going to get into this whole line yet. I even have enriched over here. I haven't looked at how this... I mean, there's this whole line of it. And I don't know... I don't know what the thing is. Like the whole, like, what does this even mean? I don't know. Neutron activator? I have no idea. I don't know if there is a quest line anywhere. I haven't looked. I don't... There's Naquadah, but like Naquadah or whatever, how you say it. I forget how you say it. But I'm not seeing anywhere that's really like... Yeah, it doesn't really tell us how to do the line. I don't know if it's been updated yet. I wish there was one, but I did see we could do a very basic one. As we can see, this requires just 1 ingot. You do use 16 blocks of silicon. We have a ton of silicon. Let me do a recipe for that. But you get 64 of these wafers, and I figure I can just do... We can just use the thousands of... Let me actually get that going. Now, see, this is going to be the issue where I kind of run into. When I start running the blast furnaces, the 2 blast furnaces are both running at LUV. We start draining power like crazy. And that is where I start running into issues when I have everything running because we don't fill up. It doesn't fill up. I don't particularly like being maxed on it. Because that way I feel like we're avoiding power, which we don't need to be. But, yeah, we just can't fill up fast enough, and eventually we just start running out. But, I mean, that's relatively fast. Now, if I want to do... Man, okay, see, this is annoying. One, I don't have... Actually, that I don't even think that thing is... We have this, Quantium or whatever. We got that from... the miner. But I don't know if... Oh, we do, yeah. I thought it had a different name, but it... The dust is the different name. Alright, well, that was easy. So I do need 16 ingots. I don't think I'm not going to do the 16 ingots. Am I going to do the 16? I mean, holy cow. This wants us to do 4 of those. I'd be like... Although that does give us 8, and I can just smelt that normally. Holy cow, this is like... That is no joke. I guess... We can just smelt this. I believe this is like this is how you get it. And I don't really know. Like, I think you do that, and then you get low quality this, and then you send this to like this, and then you send this through a neutron activator, and that's how you get this. And that is how you get that, and that's how you get the ingots. I guess that's like the whole thing. And we're kind of at that point where we can do it. I'm just not going to do that right now. So I guess if we do... I have 2,000 of this. I could just do this. So what I would need 30... No. It would be 6 times... To get that quest completed, it'd be... Oh, I guess I would only need 96. Yeah, what... That's like nothing. I was thinking it was going to be like so much to get that, but it's actually not that bad. Although it is quite slow. So doing 96 of these, I would destroy our power gen. But all right, let me do that, and then let's get these, I guess. And then, oh yeah, look at that, LV, and I didn't even realize that was, that's exactly what I said we should do. Okay, that wasn't too bad, melting up all the stuff. We dropped down to about 900, and it's slowly going back up. I am just getting all the silicon. It's being compressed. Yeah, right there. I don't have any... Not very fast, but just getting that for the last bit. Now, I don't have a blast furnace dedicated to this, so I'm gonna have to... Let me just double check. I do have bright power, right? Yeah. We're gonna do radon or argon because that's what the quest called for. So we'll do that. But I think radon would probably be easier, to be honest. Not easier, it's just much quicker. But I've gone ahead and just disconnected this P2P. So I'm just gonna have to pull this out and we'll put the argon in. And this should do this. I don't know if it needs a thing. No, it doesn't. All right, there we go. 180 seconds, not too bad, but yeah, that will get us that bool thing. All right, but we are running out of time here. I'm gonna finish this up. I think what I'm actually gonna do is craft up a whole nother blast furnace, or maybe both of these. I probably should just do both of them. Get them at least built. I probably won't be using them normally because, like I said, we'd be sharing energy hatches and that would not work very well. So I'm thinking we'll just set up one for argon or radon or whatever I decide, and then I'll just use this if we need the things. I may even... I don't know. I don't know how I want to do this. I'll have to think about this, obviously. But this will let us get the easier circuits. And I definitely need them because, as we can see, I am filling these up. I only have 6 left. And this does not seem to be stopping anytime soon. We did start getting to sphalerite. We're back to nether quartz again, though. We did get sub-sphalerite. I hope that's not all of it, but there it is. But I'm just waiting on that to finish. Unfortunately, these things are very long. I can't do anything with it until I get this quest, so I need 4 of them. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll get these at the beginning of the next episode, and then I guess we'll just start, I think, with that. We can start working on this. I still don't know how many I need to start out with. I think I want 11 rows, and then we need the 4 for the box. So this is about how much we need stuff. So I need to get the indium going, definitely the platinum, and there's a few things. But other than that, we're pretty much, everything is just automated. We just, it doesn't even look that bad. Okay, 4,000 energetic alloy. That's a bit. That's a bit of a problem. But, yeah, we'll get into that more next episode. Is it still going? Jeez, that thing is taking forever. I just gotta make sure it doesn't end up in... If it ends up in the A system. There it goes. Alright, cool. There is our first one. And maybe... I don't think we're gonna do that. We're not gonna automate that yet. But we will in the future. Anyway, that's gonna be for today. So thanks for watching. And have a good one.